stagnant air poured out of the room.
Oh, that's exciting.
For some reason, the humidity felt like it was lower than outside. The air conditioning was humming quietly. It was white. It was pure white inside. The whiteness of the wall and floor was emphasized by the brightness of the lighting and seemed to leap out at us. Himmel! It doesn't necessarily seem like a mistake to have named the room Heaven. There were nameplates on the machines with Himmel written on them. It seemed that we were in the computer control room. Hey, there's someone here. Did he open the door just now? There was a single person in the room. He was a man who appeared to be in his 40s, dressed in a white lab coat. And blood was coming out from his mouth, and he had passed out at the console.
Oh, I want to voice him.
Hey, mister, are you all right? The man made strange noises at me, while he lay there motionlessly. Who is this guy? Sora, do you have any idea who this is?
No, I am unable to verify his ID. But judging from the way he's dressed, it is safe to assume he was a researcher at Ever facility.
Good job. We're done here.
Put my hands on his shoulder and raised him into a sitting position. I looked over his white clothing to see if he had any name tags or any other way to determine his name. But he didn't have any ID card or nameplate to check. Hey, are you one of the staff from the research facility?
No.
Don't do that.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's right.
Breathing faintly, the researcher replied. He seemed to be unable to open his eyes. He searched for me by my voice.
Doesn't seem like you're here to rescue me.
He grabbed onto me with shaking hands. They were covered in blood.
So there was still people on the move. And it's been 6 days since. Oh, what a surprise.
Blood trickled from his mouth, and he smiled wryly as he vomited all over the place.
Yeah, no,
Hey!
no, blood only trickled.
You heard that noise. Hey, don't strain yourself. You don't have to talk.
I'm so sorry. It's all our fault.
What happened? Did something happen down there? Calm down.
But why all this? This.
After that, he was silent. Hey, hang in there. I shook his shoulder. He just made strange noises.
You're cut it out. You're shaking him too hard. He's unconscious. Just leave him alone for now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll have to bring him with us. Great.
I wondered what was going on. Wait, more importantly, we've got to hurry. I don't have a clue what's going on, but I can't worry about that now. We've got to get Coco to the IV right away. You, who had been waiting at the entrance to Himmel, went inside with Pee-Pee. The kid followed behind, carrying Coco.
She's standing.
Shut up, Batman.
The door had an electronic lock to it, so we left it open.
Everyone, at the far end of this room is another room. You don't say.
Hold on. I have a question. Why can't she exist in here? Because she's all by cameras, right?
I guess this is just hooked up to the entire system.
So she can go anywhere. But why couldn't she just teleport in here, whatever it's called?
No, they said they had separate computer AIs, and she just kind of took it over.
Yeah.
Whatever was left.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Everyone, at the far end of this room is another room. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes, I see it.
We all nodded. There was a room on the other side of the glass in front of us.
That is the compression chamber for Imp.
Sora straightened up and explained the situation without emotion.
Judging from my incomplete data, Imp is enclosed in a high-pressure gas. Higher pressure gas than the Mu. The Imp area is what... Don't make me come over there. I will smack you.
Smack me.
All right, fine. No.
Wait, no, stay. You can slap him later. You can set an appointment for another slap.
That's actually a long way. He's gonna be walking for at least an hour. So I guess
that's why I told him to stay. God damn it.
So,
No.
We gotta watch all this.
No.
Ah! Oh, frick! Ah! He just hit me! Oh! Ow! Ow!
All right, calm down.
Ah! Ah! Alright, I'm alive. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. All right. If is enclosed.
IBF!
Fuck. Oh.
Just let it slide.
No, I'm not gonna let it slide.
Please.
No.
If is enclosed in a higher pressure gas than the mirror. The if area is set to.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
I try. So hard. The if area is set to what is known as saturated diving specifications. This type of area is also probably more suitable for research with bacteria. The atmospheric pressure of if is actually at 12.5 atmospheres. I want you all to enter that room.
And die.
And after you spend about 1 hour in the compression chamber, you'll take the access elevator down to IMF.
IBF.
But, you know, we're already running on borrowed time, so, you know.
That's the problem.
And I should tell you this as a precaution, but you will not be able to retrace our steps easily from this point on. Please give this due consideration.
Why?
Ah.
Is that amazing?
We can't go back.
Let's go back and make some chicken sandwiches and we can,
We gotta pack everything, you know, extra supplies.
Go get all the children.
We'll just leave Coco and the old guy here. They'll be fine. We can't go back. We've
Well,
got to
no,
make a decision.
leave her in the compression room at least.
Well, what should we do? What are we doing?
I say
Where we going in?
I say we just stay here and watch her die.
Well, what does wait just a second mean? Does that mean we're just gonna be like, oh right, we have everything? Or
Just go. There's no reason to say no.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's not like we have any supplies to go back and get.
I guess that's true.
Just go.
All right, we're going.
All right, we're going.
Alright.
All right, we're going. I looked at everyone. You, the kid, Tsugumi, Sora, and Pee-Pee all nodded. The kid and you held the unconscious Coco between them.
Wait, didn't it just say Coco on it?
Yeah, she's been conscious for a while now.
No, she's unconscious.
I mean, she's standing.
Yeah, she's obviously conscious.
Tsugumi and I picked up the researcher, and Pee-Pee took up the rear.
Oh my god.
PB can take up my rear.
God damn it.
Mine too.
Everyone lined up at the transparent sliding door on the far side of the room. Sora used the control panel on a terminal to open it up. All of us entered the room together. A single panel of reinforced glass lay in between the control room and the compression chamber. More precisely, a chamber was set in the middle of the room. Wait. Okay, that was right. It had been constructed there. We brought Coco and the researcher into the room first and sat them down on chairs. Both of their breathing was ragged and they looked in pain. Their faces were extremely pale and sickly.
So the scientist has gonorrhea too.
We needed to hurry. I hated to waste an hour here. You, the kid, Tsugumi, and Pee-Pee all stood in the open space available. With everyone in there, it was fairly crowded.
Once the compression is completed, the door on the far side should open, and you can enter the elevator.
For some reason, Sora didn't enter the room, but she spoke to us from in front of the entrance.
I'll expedite the compression process. It may be a little uncomfortable, but please bear with it.
In saying this, Sora went to close the door. Sora, what's wrong? You aren't going to come with us?
Well, she's not actually there.
There she is.
Remember, it's Takashi.
Yeah. He's pretty dumb. No. way.
Come on, let's get started. What are you waiting for? Get on! I casually reached out towards Sora. I knew I couldn't grab her, but I did it anyway. However... Oh.
Yeah!
As soon as I tried to touch her, sparks flew into the air.
Oh, jeez. Wait a second. Okay, go ahead.
It felt as though a shock had gone through me. A transparent wall suddenly appeared in front of the door. There was a red wall of flame. What? Alarmed, I drew my hand back, and the door closed. Sora, what was...
From this point on, this is the jurisdiction of a different computer system.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
So it's just this part then, where we're gonna meet another Sora.
Nice.
I heard Sora's voice talking to us calmly over the speaker of the compression chamber's intercom.
I am but a single part of the Lemmy system. Therefore, I am unable to go to IMF.
IBF.
I do not have the authority to access the area. I'm sorry, but I'll have to see you off.
The wall of fire had vanished. We were in the compression chamber, shut off from the rest of the world. The sound of pumping gas, which was slowly raising the air pressure, could be heard throughout the chamber. Kid, not now. Hey, God damn it. Everyone, take out your voice converters. They get in the way when you're adjusting to the pressure.
Everyone take off your pants.
Put your pants back on.
Yeah.
Everyone did as I said and removed their voice alternators, but they didn't put their pants back on. I took out Coco's myself. I checked the researcher, but it didn't seem he was wearing any. After that, hardly anyone said a word.
Oh yeah, we just...
We just fapped. We were all still waiting for the time to pass. We were all waiting for the time to pass. Sora could be seen outside of the chamber's window.
She's just watching y'all, just happy inside the room. Just going...
She didn't move, only stood and watched us.
Cool.
And then...
There later.
Ding!
Ding.
The lock from the door on the far side of the chamber clicked and released. I felt a subtle change in pressure, and the lift down to IBF opened. We all filed into it one by one.
Everyone, take care.
We could hear her voice from the speaker on the other side of the room, but we couldn't see her. I wondered if I would ever see her up close again. Cocking my head to one side, I thrust the voice alternators back in my ears. Everyone got aboard the lift, and as soon as the doors closed, the elevator started sliding down.
And just like that, I never have to do that voice again.
Well, you have to do it. No, the other character's gonna have the exact same voice. So.
Fuck off.
So who's doing the announcement?
100 and 210 feet. Depth 240 feet. Depth 270 feet.
That announcement was getting intense. What could be below heaven?
Earth.
Or heaven? Or...
Depth 357.69 feet.
The door to the elevator opened.
Dun, dun, dun.
The passage extended in two directions from the elevator room. I went in one of these. Everything was totally dark, and I could hardly tell where I was headed. Fearfully, I took a step forward. And suddenly, as if someone had noticed our arrival, the lights went on in the room.
Or motion sensors.
Is someone there?
I think they just turned on by himself. Frickin' she's smart. Sensors reacted, and the computer activated the lights?
I'm not sure, but it's possible.
It seemed that there was a pool where a small submarine could dock. The pool was a two-layer structure, but there was no sign that seawater would flow in. It felt a little hot in there, but it seemed as if the air conditioning was still working properly. Perhaps the place was even more comfortable than the flooded Drit stock, but there was no sign of anyone. Anyway, let's get to where we have to go. We opened a watertight door at the other side of the room and continued deeper into the installation. A passageway of the same size as Lemu's emergency corridors. No, maybe even smaller, led off into the distance. For some reason, the whole place seemed colder, less alive than the structure above. As we continued down the corridor, lights would go on automatically a few feet in front of us. Well, it certainly seemed computer-controlled. As we continued moving, the light followed us, lighting up only the areas around us. The corridor branched off in a few directions, but all of them ended at watertight doors that were closed. I wondered if Ib had flooded except for one part. Anyway, the number of areas that we could enter was limited. Luckily, we found the examination room right away. I quickly turned the handle and opened the door.